Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma has directed that a criminal case be filed against Congress leader Rahul Gandhi for allegedly, quote, provoking the crowd, unquote, after a clash broke out between Congress workers and police on the outskirts of Guwahati on Tuesday. The Bharat Jodo Nyay Yatra, led by Rahul Gandhi, was stopped from entering Guwahati earlier in the day after it was denied permission to enter city limits because it was widely believed that it would bring the city to a halt, it would throw traffic into chaos. This led to massive protests from Congress workers. The police had to employ force to halt the Congress workers who broke barricades and, of course, viewers, engaged in many scuffles with the police. Later, Gandhi addressed the party workers and the supporters on the outskirts of the capital city, referring to them as Babbar Sher or lions who were strong enough to topple barricades. Mr. Gandhi said, "We have broken barricades, but we will not break the law." How he made that distinction, I can't understand. Because at the end of the day, it was a breach of police lines. In the wake of the incident, Himanta Biswa Sarma took to Twitter and accused Rahul Gandhi and his party cadre of unruly behavior and employing, quote, Naxalite tactics, unquote. He went on to say, quote, "These are not part of Assamese culture. We're a peaceful state. Such Naxalite tactics are completely alien to our culture. I've instructed DGP Assam Police to register a case against your leader Rahul Gandhi for provoking the crowd and use the footage you have posted on your handles as the evidence," unquote. Viewers, of course, this has led to a massive fight as the Congress party leader has hit back against Himanta Biswa Sarma, saying that the Chief Minister's actions were, quote, intimidation tactics, unquote, that would instead prove to be beneficial to the Congress party's yatra by drawing public attention. Well, at least he succeeded in that. But viewers, this is a Nyay Yatra, isn't it? It's about high principles of upholding justice, delivering justice and upholding the law. But the person in the middle of your frames stands accused today, sir, of breaking the law. Isn't this a contradiction in terms? Let's open this up. Let's go straight across. First to Sanju Verma. Sanju Verma, I want to bring you in on this. Many people are saying today, especially those who are supporters of the Congress, that we're a democratic country. People have a right to take their procession on whatever chosen path they believe will draw the greatest attention to their cause. What's the problem? Very often, BJP protesters walk down public thoroughfares, even in the union capital, protesting against Mr. Kejriwal. Why should Rahul Gandhi have been given no access?
Let's be very clear, Rahul. Since you appreciate the hard facts, let me give you a few. First and foremost, whenever there's a rally or a public procession that needs to be carried out, not only in a public thoroughfare, but otherwise, you need to take permission from the local police, the DM or the district collector, what have you. In this case, Rahul Gandhi, the initial problem started when he was denied permission to visit the Shiva temple in Nagaon in Assam. Now, what did the local police there say in Nagaon? They said that you can visit the Shiva temple anytime after 3 p.m. on the 22nd of January 2023. But we will not give you permission at 11 a.m., which is what you want, because there could be law and order issues. The Pran Pratishtha ceremony will be over only by 1:32. After that, you're free to do as you will. This was communicated to Jairam Ramesh. This was communicated to Gaurav Gogoi, who's been accompanying Rahul Gandhi on his Assam and Northeastern Yatra. This was also communicated to Rahul Gandhi. He had absolutely no problem. They agreed that we will visit the temple at 3 p.m. Suddenly, Rahul Gandhi, as is so typical of him, he loves to peddle this victimhood narrative, but nobody's buying it anymore. He says, "अरे मुझे तो हिमंता बिस्वा शर्मा की पुलिस ने रोक दिया, ये लोग मुझसे डर गए हैं." I just want to say this: law and order under the 7th schedule of the Constitution is a state subject. The Chief Minister, the local police is absolutely well within its rights to deny a public procession or to deny a politician, that to somebody as incendiary as Rahul Gandhi, permission if it deems fit in the cause of greater good. And my last but not the least, the most important point is this. Rahul Gandhi is saying that he's part of the ... alliance. Do you remember in 2017, Mohan Bhagwat was denied permission by Mamata Banerjee to have a rally at parade grounds. Do you remember as recently as 2019, Amit Shah's chopper was not given permission to land at Malda? Because Mamata Banerjee felt ये तो law and order का situation खराब करने यहाँ पर अमित शाह जी आए हैं. As recently as 2021, ahead of the West Bengal Assembly elections, I remember JP Nadda was denied permission to visit Murshidabad as part of his Parivartan rally. And what was the excuse by Mamata Banerjee? Law and order could go out of the window if JP Nadda visits Murshidabad. And today the same Rahul Gandhi, who's never once commented on his dot alliance partners, even for that matter Ashok Gehlot.
Okay.
I remember at the peak of COVID, just 10 seconds, at the peak of COVID, Hindus were not allowed to celebrate Holi in Kota. But Muharram procession, Eid ul-Fitr, Eid ul-Azha, there was no sanction, there was no, bar on that. So Rahul Gandhi is the last person who should be waxing eloquent on what a state government should do or not do. You've lost Rajasthan, but you would do well to at least give some good advice to Revanth Reddy in Telangana, because the BJP does not need Rahul Gandhi's certificates on morality or political acumen.
Let me bring in Mr. Jindal. Mr. Jindal, you're a Congress member and supporter. I just want to ask you a simple question. When there have been religious rallies in Rajasthan, for example, a state that the Congress was in power till about a month and a half, or in Chhattisgarh, or in other states where the Congress has been in power, even in Karnataka, certain processionists were told that you cannot take this particular path because it will create a law and order situation. Please take that path. And when they did defy the orders and they did take, in one or two cases, the wrong path, you went ahead and prosecuted some of those people, or your governments prosecuted some of those people for endangering the peace. Today you have a situation where Rahul Gandhi is standing on top of a bus, encouraging his supporters to dismantle barricades, cross over, break the law, take the law in their own hands, quite literally. And he is lauding these people, this anarchism, by suggesting that they are babbar shers. There is a man called Donald Trump who was hauled up for the abetment of the so-called invasion of their Senate in America. And you know the case has gone to its logical conclusion there. So I'm asking you, does Rahul Gandhi think he's above the law?
Well, Rahul, since you spoke about the law, there is always equality before the law. On 10th of January 2024, we had JP Nadda following the same very route that Rahul Gandhi is pursuing now. But at that point of time, JP Nadda was given the permission. But now, what reasons have been cited? The state administration has said that due to traffic jam issues, due to management issues, they are not giving permission to the Congress Bharat Jodo Nyay Yatra. I want to ask you one question.
One second, Mr. Jindal, just a minute. Are we going to compare? Now, I don't know the circumstances under which Mr. JP Nadda, maybe he had a smaller delegation, maybe he had 5 less cars. I would believe the Congress party's Rahul Gandhi would have a legion of people behind him. Millions of Indians would be queuing up to follow Rahul Gandhi. Would it not be the case, sir? Would it not be a significant larger, no, 1 minute. Would it not be a significant larger gathering than what Mr. JP Nadda could sort of assemble? I'm sure, sir, you would say that Rahul Gandhi is a much bigger leader. Millions of Indians would follow him and that would swamp. So, different contexts, different pretexts, different solutions and different, let's not compare those. The administration has deemed, you could have moved court, you could have said, look, I don't agree. I will go immediately to the court. I will get a stay on this order. I will exercise my rights. No. What do? You assemble your people, you incite them, you call them babbar sher to do this. Now, what is the common man going to think?
Well, Rahul, you must be aware that through the yatra, there were certain hooligans, the BJP supporters, who had physically assaulted the state provincial Congress.
I am talking about this incident. One second. Mr. Jindal, I am talking about the circumstances. No, 1 second. 1 second, sir.
And the state administration.
Mr. Jindal, 1 second.
Don't you think the state administration is also responsible for this form of a reaction by the Congress cadres?
In that